Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Mississippi Association of Broadcasters 2022 Excellence in Broadcasting Awards. Before we begin, a special thank you to our sponsors. The University of Mississippi School of Journalism and New Media. Jackson State University Department of Journalism and Media Studies. Maggie Clark Media Services. Frontier Strategies. Community Bank. Mississippi Army National Guard. Associated Press. CNN News Source. And E&J Gallo Winery. We begin tonight's awards presentation with our college competition. Please come forward when your award is announced. In our first category, Radio Feature Story, first place goes to University of Southern Mississippi, African American Military Museum. Credit goes to Scarlett Gully.
The USO Club first served as a home away from home for African American soldiers who are stationed at Camp Shelby.
The African American Military History Museum represents the service and sacrifice of African American soldiers from the Revolutionary War to modern-day conflicts of Desert Storm and Operation Iraqi Freedom.
Also in first place, University of Southern Mississippi Hattiesburg's Drum Circle. Credit, Scarlett Gully.
Playing music can boost productivity, improve mood, and give an individual an opportunity to find interest within routine tasks.
The Hattiesburg Arts Council is hosting a drum circle every Tuesday night from 6 to 7 p.m. in downtown Hattiesburg, right off of Main Street, located at the Juke.
In the category Radio Newscast, third place goes to Mississippi State University for WMSV News Update. Credit, Ethan Foster. Second place goes to Mississippi State University WMSV News Update. Credit, Ethan Foster. And first place goes to Mississippi State University for WMSV News Update. Credit, Jada Evans.
It's now time for a WMSV News Update.
Good morning. The time is now 9 with your WMSV News Update. I'm Jada Evans. It's been a tough school year, but today is officially the last day of classes. Of course, this is followed by a reading day and then final exams, which are April 22nd, 23rd, 26th, 27th, and 28th.
In the category Radio News Story, third place goes to Mississippi State University for Maroon Volunteer Center. Credit, Jada Evans. University of Southern Mississippi takes second place with Garrett Grove's story. Credit, Garrett Grove. And first place for Mississippi State University, A Performer's Heart. Credit goes to Ethan Foster.
Guess what? I got fever. The only prescription.
For years, the face of Mississippi State football has been a human-sized bulldog in a jersey named Bully, and underneath the mascot's exterior has always been a real person giving him life. Since 2017, and for the past 4 years, that person has been Mitri Lyons.
So I came up here one year for Super Bulldog Weekend as a freshman, and there were other people trying out, and I think...
For Radio Reporter, first place goes to Ethan Foster from Mississippi State University for Under the Microscope.
Welcome back, everyone listening. I'm Ethan Foster, and this is Under the Microscope, a podcast where I take big topics and issues and put them under the microscope so that you can see all the fine details. Today, you'll learn about Mitri Lyons, a college senior who came from nothing to make a name for himself against all odds. Then we'll talk with Laura Dunn, the interim director of student success at Mississippi State, to find out what MSU is doing to help underprivileged.
In the category Radio Sports Story, first place goes to University of Southern Mississippi for USM Goes to the Sun Belt. Credit, Scarlet Gully.
University of Southern Mississippi's athletic department officially announced that they will be joining the Sun Belt Conference. Head football coach Will Hall shares his thoughts on the move.
Sun Belt Conference, I think it allows us to create a lot of great rivalries that are really close in proximity to our campus. It's also, from a football perspective, which is what I coach, it's a lot of really good football.
In the category Radio Sportscast or Sports Program, third place goes to University of Southern Mississippi for 4th Street Sports Show, September 7th, 2021. Credit goes to 4th Street Sports Show. Second place goes to University of Southern Mississippi for 4th Street Sports Show, October 26th, 2021. Credit, 4th Street Sports Show. And first place goes to University of Southern Mississippi for 4th Street Sports Show, November 16th, 2021, with Kendall Mindnich and J.P. Valadares. Credit goes to 4th Street Sports Show.
Ladies and gentlemen in Radio Land, you have now just entered 4th Street. My name is Kobe.
I'm Charles, not Charlie.
I'm Charlie, not Charles.
Don't mix us up.
And Smooth Austin.
And we are the 4th Street Sportsmen, and this is the 4th Street Sports Show. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
In the category Television, continuing coverage, third place goes to University of Southern Mississippi, Garrett Grove IHL Stories. Credit, Garrett Grove. Second place goes to Hines Community College, 2021 Special Edition. Credit, Timothy Chrysler. And first place goes to Hines Community College, 2021 Hines Community College Homecoming. Credit, Timothy Chrysler.
This is Utica Bulldog Country. Yeah. This is the place to be. This is where it all goes down, y'all. Live from the Hines Community College Utica campus. Get ready, get set. It's Homecoming 2021.
Welcome, and thank you for joining us on this special coverage of the 2021.
In the category Television Documentary, first place goes to Hines Community College Special Black History Documentary. Credit, Timothy Chrysler.
Now, live from the news station where the local news matters. This is WHUC News 7.
WHUC News 7 Black History Edition. I am Makayla Brown. Black History Month is the annual celebration of the achievements by African Americans and a time for recognizing their central role in U.S.
In the category Television Feature Story, third place goes to Mississippi State University for Bully's Closet and Pantry. Credit, Madison Williams. Also in third place, University of Mississippi. Mississippi Band of Choctaw Indians fights to survive diabetes and COVID-19. Credit, Sazad Hossein. Second place goes to Mississippi State University for home winterization. Credit goes to Sadie McKnight. Tied for second place is University of Southern Mississippi, Sarah Kaufman Caffeine Dependency. Credit goes to Sarah Kaufman. And in first place, Mississippi State University, Wienermobile comes to Starkville. Credit, Flora Dito.
Thank y'all for coming. What'd you think?
Neat.
Pretty franktastic, huh?
After graduating college, some people go to graduate school, some people begin their career, and some people drive a hot dog-shaped vehicle across the country.
My name is Maggie Thomas. My hot dogger name is Mustard Mags, and I drive the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile.
After graduating from Mississippi State in 2019 with a communication degree, Maggie applied for the Hot Dogger program, where 12 recent college graduates.
In the category Television Newscast, third place goes to Jackson State University for Tiger Report Show number 5. Credit, Tiger Report. In second place, Jackson State University, Tiger Report Show number 2, Homecoming Recap 2021. Credit, Tiger Report. Also in second place, Mississippi State University, Take 30 News Broadcast. Credit, Carly Thompson. And in first place, University of Mississippi, Newswatch Ole Miss. Credit, Justin Kloss.
Tonight on Newswatch Ole Miss, October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and OPD is working with other local organizations to shed light on one of Oxford's most reported crimes.
NFL Hall of Famer Brett Favre is on the hot seat after the Mississippi Auditor's Office revealed he may have misspent thousands in welfare funding. Find out just what the former quarterback is facing.
And today's new coronavirus case numbers are the lowest Mississippi has seen in months.
In the category Television News Story, third place goes to Hines Community College for Ballet Mississippi, The Nutcracker. Credit, Tawana Johnson. And third place goes to Hines Community College, 2022 Miss Hines Community College Pageant. Credit, Harmony Porter. Also in third place, University of Mississippi, Vardaman College Storm Damage. Credit, Justin Kloss. Second place goes to Mississippi State University, Vaccine Mandate. Credit, Mary Alex Anders. And taking first place, University of Mississippi, Oxford Driving Conditions and Advice. Credit goes to Matthew Hindley.
It is very, very cold.
Campuses closed, roads iced, cities shut down. This is the aftermath of a strong winter storm hitting Mississippi on Sunday night and all day Monday.
One snowplow. I've seen one snowplow. 0 salt chucks. Look, this is the best condition the roads have been in all day.
Icy roads, turning cars around. Oxford police reporting a total of 20 accidents in the past 3 days due to dangerous road conditions.
Be mindful. Slow, cautious movements. Don't get in a hurry.
But now,
in the category Television Weathercast, first place goes to Hines Community College, Hurricane Ida coverage. Credit, WHUC News 7 team.
WHUC News 7 starts now with a severe weather update.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us on this WHUC News 7 Weather Digest. I'm Devin Anderson, and topping the news at this hour is Hurricane Ida. Here at WHUC News 7, we want our viewers to have the latest information about dangerous weather to keep you safe and informed. We have team members covering the entire metropolitan area. We begin coverage with WHUC News 7 reporter Tawana Johnson with a look at the...
In the category Television General Excellence, Hines Community College takes first place with final show of 2021. Credit, WHUC News 7 team.
You're watching WHUC TV 7. Now, live from the news station with coverage you can count on. This is Hines' very own WHUC News at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us on a WHUC News 7 newscast at 10 p.m. I'm Devin Anderson.
And I'm Tiara Jackson. The Mississippi State Department of Health has reported the first confirmed case of the COVID-19 Omicron variant in the state. The case was identified
in the category Television Sportscast or Sports Program. Third place goes to Hines Community College for Hines Community College First Home Game. Credit, Michaela Brown, Ezekiel Harris, and Tracy Gray. University of Southern Mississippi takes second place with Austin Lindsay Sportscast number 2. Credit, Austin Lindsay. And in first place, University of Southern Mississippi for Austin Lindsay Sportscast number 1. Credit, Austin Lindsay.
Between football and basketball, it couldn't get any better for Golden Eagles fans, Demon. Welcome back to SMTV Sports Recap. Southern Miss football finished its season on a high note, winning its last 2 games. On Saturday afternoon, 20,000 fans crowded into the Rock and watched Southern Miss take down the FIU Panthers 37-17. Southern Miss defense shined early and often, forcing 3 times.
Another first place goes to University of Southern Mississippi for Austin Lindsay Sportscast number 3. Credit goes to Austin Lindsay.
It's going great, Logan. I'm Austin Lindsay, and this is the SMTV Sports Recap. Southern Miss hosted North Texas at M.M. Roberts Stadium this Saturday, where the Golden Eagles seemed poised for a win after being up 14-0 in the first quarter, but things would take a terrible turn.
After a 55-yard interception by defensive back Jay Stanley, Southern Miss would lead 14-0.
In the category Television Sports Story, third place goes to Hines Community College for Hines Men's Soccer First Round of Playoffs. Credit, Harmony Porter. Second place goes to University of Southern Mississippi, Austin Lindsay's Sun Belt Conference. Credit, Austin Lindsay. And in first place, University of Southern Mississippi for Patricia Gasparovakova. Credit goes to Charlie Luttrell.
I don't think I've ever worked that hard than over past 6 months, and that's one of the reasons I'm in a very good shape and very good condition, but it's been also the toughest, mentally toughest 6 months in my whole life.
My name is Patricia, but everyone calls me PG. I'm a student athlete here at Southern Miss, and I play soccer.
In the category Television Reporter, first place goes to Jacobus Roby from Hines Community College for St. John Food Ministry Community Story.
Helping the community around you. That's exactly what St. John MB Church of Utica is doing with their food ministry. We were able to speak to coordinators Miss Johnny Hughes and Miss Ora Steele as they tell us what made them start this ministry.
We was talking to one of the workers at Food Network, and she was saying how much the service is needed in Utica, Mississippi.
From bread, canned goods.
Also in first place, Garrett Grove from University of Southern Mississippi for Institutions of Higher Learning votes to enforce vaccine mandates and USM's International Education Week.
In late October, the Institutes of Higher Learning voted to require all public university employees in Mississippi to be fully vaccinated by December 8th. The IHL's change of policy stems from Executive Order 14042 from the Biden administration. The IHL directive affects all people who work for the University of Southern Mississippi, including student workers. In October, the USM Faculty Senate voted 33-5 to approve a vaccine mandate resolution.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the front of the room for the presentation of our special Student Awards.
Hey, my name's Ted Fortenberry. I'm the Secretary-Treasurer of the MAB. And I hope that you guys would agree that the quality of the talent we have here tonight with the students is just fantastic. They're the future of our industry, so let's give them a round of applause. Great job, guys. So I have the pleasure of recognizing the Radio Student Broadcaster of the Year and also the Television Student Broadcaster of the Year. So we'll go with the Radio Student Broadcaster of the Year first. And that person is Ethan Foster from Mississippi State University.
It's now time for a WMSV News Update.
Good evening, everyone listening. It is 5 o'clock, and with your WMSV News Update, I'm Ethan Foster. Breaking news today, the Center for Disease Control announces new COVID guidelines for people who have been fully vaccinated for the virus.
According to the New York Times, those who have received the vaccine can now gather in.
And this year's Television Student Broadcaster of the Year is, drum roll please, Flora Dito from Mississippi State University.
Every year, hundreds of students apply for the Distinguished Truman Scholarship. First started in 1975 by the Harry S. Truman Scholarship Foundation, the extremely competitive merit-based scholarship is awarded to students who want to attend graduate school in preparation for a career in public service. This year, Mississippi State has their very own Truman Scholarship finalist, junior biomedical engineering student Christopher Robinson.
I'm really interested in public service. My career is centered around helping.
In the category Radio Achievement, third place goes to WLIN-FM for the Breakfast Show Surprises Google Classroom. Credit, Breck Riley. In second place, WKOZ-FM, Drive-In Bluegrass Concert on WKOZ-FM. Credit, staff. And in first place, Mississippi Public Broadcasting Radio, Mississippi's 15-week abortion ban challenges abortion rights. Credit, MPB News Team.
It's a windy day as anti-abortion activists hold a prayer service outside Mississippi's only abortion clinic, located in Jackson. Throughout the month of October, they are praying and fasting in hopes that abortions will be outlawed nationwide. Terry Herring is with Choose Life Mississippi.
We also want people to come to the abortion clinic, people who have never been here.
In the category Radio Breaking News, first place goes to WLIN-FM for winter storm coverage. Credit, Breck Riley.
From the Central Mississippi News and Weather Center, this is Breck Riley with a winter storm update. The ice is melting. With the sun out and temperatures rising, conditions should improve throughout much of central Mississippi today. However, another hard freeze is expected tonight, with temperatures getting down to the teens. In Kosciuszko, you're being asked to help conserve water over the weekend. Here's Kosciuszko Water and Light General Manager Les Clark.
Conservation tips that they can use.
In the category Radio Commercial Announcement 30 seconds or less, third place goes to WMYQ-FM for TKB Eye Repair. Credit goes to Beth Foley Barnes, Jay Allen, and Joey Cummings. Also in third place, WZKX-FM for Bug Pro. Credit, J.D. Gray. In second place, WZKX-FM, Southern Productions Monsters vs. Megas. Credit, Steve Spillman, Brian Rhodes, and Dave Johnson. And first place goes to WKXY-FM for Lofton's 61 Auto. Credit, Jay Allen and Jim Pollard.
Computer, where can I get my brakes done?
Lofton's 61 Auto.
What about my suspension and steering?
Lofton's does that too, but why not just look at some new cars while you are there?
But I can't afford to buy another car.
That's okay, they do financing too.
Wow, Lofton's really does it all. Stop down to Lofton's 61 Auto today at 210 North Gaines Highway in Boyle, or give them a call at 662-843-4299. Lofton's 61 Auto.
In the category Radio Commercial Announcement over 30 seconds, third place goes to JSU for His and Hers Top 10 6 months in. Credit goes to Meredith Hairston and Deshaun Nance. Tying in third place, WCKK-FM, Judgment Day Part 2. Credit, Brian BMO Montgomery. A third place goes to WXRR-FM, Sullivan & Sons Jingle. Credit, John Lamar. Second place goes to JSU, Homecoming Promo 2021. Credit, Deshaun Nance and Meredith Hairston. Taking first place, WUSJ-FM, Paradise Pools and Spas Poolfessionals, February 2021. Credit goes to Fisher Alexander, Nate West, and Jennifer Newman.
It's almost complete. My invention to make everyone's pool liner defective. Some will tear, others will scratch. Poolside fun will be ruined.
Not so fast, Dr. No Fun.
What? Who are you?
I'm Bond, Joey Bond, one of the poolfessionals from Paradise Pools and Spas.
Who do you think you are, 007?
No, that's my uncle. I'm Agent 601. We're here to put a stop to your diabolical plan.
Oh, but you can't stop my invention that'll make everyone pay $1
In the category Radio Commercial Campaign, third place goes to WUSJ-FM, Data Street Marketing. Credit goes to Fisher Alexander, Jennifer Newman, and Nate West. Also in third place, WUSJ-FM, Data Street Marketing. Credit goes to Nate West, Bus Barnhart, and Jennifer Newman. Taking second place, WUSJ-FM for Paradise Pools and Spas Chlorine Crisis. Credit, Fisher Alexander, John Anthony, and Nikki Brown. Taking first place, WCKK-FM, Philadelphia Gun and Pawn Ads. Credit, Brian Montgomery.
The evening was awesome. Dinner was great, the lights were dim, and the moment was perfect. I leaned in to kiss her, and then I scared the intruder off and thought our night was over. But then she said the words that no man wants to hear.
Oh, your gun is so cute and little. Can I hold it?
She went on for hours about how big her last boyfriend's was and how we got it at Philadelphia Gun and Pawn, which is where I'll be going as soon as she stops saying,
Aw, it's so tiny. And look, it even fits in my purse.
how about we go to Philadelphia Gun and Pawn?
In the category Radio Documentary of Series of Stories, third place goes to Mississippi Public Broadcasting Radio for Mississippi Executes Man Who Killed Wife, Terrorized Family. Credit, MPB News Team. In second place, Mississippi Public Broadcasting Radio. We Want Our Running Water. Jackson residents suffer in aftermath of water system failures. Credit, Kobe Vance. And in first place, Mississippi Public Broadcasting Radio. Mississippi Supreme Court strikes down medical marijuana, sparking demand for lawmakers to create program. Credit, MPB News Team.
Dozens of Mississippians traveled to Jackson from across the state to attend the We Are the 74% rally, a reference to the percentage of Mississippians who voted to pass Initiative 65 last November.
We want a special session. We want you to enact medical marijuana and make it look exactly like Initiative 65, and we want you to fix the ballot initiative process that y'all broke.
They are frustrated that the state Supreme Court overturned the measure, calling the ballot initiative process outdated. Among the speakers.
In the category Radio Feature Story, third place goes to WLIN-FM, Remembering Pearl Harbor. Credit, Breck Riley. Second place goes to Mississippi Public Broadcasting Radio. Healthcare workers talk about treating COVID-19 patients and the effect on them personally. Credit, Desiree Frazier. Tying for second place, Mississippi Public Broadcasting Radio. Mississippi's recognition of Confederate Memorial Day draws criticism. Credit, Kobe Vance. And in first place, Mississippi Public Broadcasting Radio. In the birthplace of the civil rights movement, what has changed since George Floyd's murder? Credit, Ashley Norwood.
A year after an officer killed George Floyd by kneeling on his neck for more than 9 minutes, a few dozen people gathered at the Kelly Ingram Park in Birmingham. Satora Dudley, executive director of the social justice group Cell A65, was one of the organizers of the vigil.
This time last year, I was in the exact same place, fighting for George Floyd's justice, obviously.
In the category Radio Multimedia, second place goes to WLIN-FM. Veterans Home holds reopening and reunion. Credit, Breck Riley. In first place, WCKK-FM, special needs student accepted into MSU Access Program. Credit goes to Breck Riley and Melissa Boswell Townsend.
You're accepted. Your mom and
We're hearing Clay Kugel, a special education student at Noxapater, getting some news about his future.
decided that we were going to let you have your own National Signing Day.
He was accepted into the Mississippi State University Access Program to help people with developmental disabilities go to college and earn their certificate of completion.
Here's your official acceptance letter.
Put that thing on, boy.
Doesn't guarantee they'll get a job, but the program has helped people become successful.
Also in first place, WLIN-FM. Man reunited with class ring he lost 30 years ago. Credit, Breck Riley and Chris Davis.
How a Philadelphia man got his class ring back after almost 30 years. The man himself, Jeremy Willis.
The summer of 91, I had come home from college. I ended up going to a party that was between Kosciuszko and Philadelphia. And on the way back, man, fell asleep. And I was driving towards Philadelphia, wrecked the car.
The wreck was on Highway 19 near Four Corners. He got out of the car, walked off, and wasn't found until the next day. The ring wasn't found.
In the category Radio Newscast, third place goes to Mississippi Public Broadcasting Radio, 7 a.m. newscast, October 25th, 2021. Credit, MPB News Team. Tying in third place, WKOZ-FM, September 2nd newscast. Credit, staff. In second place, Mississippi Public Broadcasting Radio, 7 a.m. newscast, September 27th, 2021. Credit, MPB News Team. And in first place, WLIN-FM, May 7th newscast. Credit goes to staff.
What they prayed about. Beautiful Friday, sunny, 74. Beautiful Saturday, sunny, 82. Sunday is okay, but rain is back Sunday night. Your complete forecast is coming up. From the MaxSouth Broadband News and Weather Center, I'm Chris Davis. Here's what's trending.
I prayed for church, first responders, family, and the media.
I prayed for the businesses and that God would protect us all from this coronavirus.
Joshie Land and Abigail Steele were...
In the category Radio Public Service Announcement, first place goes to WUSJ-FM, Hometown Outdoors, WUSJ. Tracy Lee gets the credit.
It's time for your Hometown Outdoor Minute, brought to you by Southern Ag Credit.
We are joined this morning by William McKinley. He is the Mississippi Department of Wildlife, Fisheries, and Parks Deer Program Coordinator for the whole state of Mississippi. And chronic wasting disease is something that hunters have become familiar with. Can you tell us a little about it?
Chronic wasting disease is, I consider, one of the largest threats to conservation, especially our deer herd, that we're facing today. It's in 26.
In Radio Public Service Award, second place goes to WGCM-FM, March of the Mayors Extra Table. Credit goes to Dave Johnson. First place goes to WYOY-FM, Y101, Operation Angel Tree. Credit goes to Louis Cruz, Jen Ryan, and Bus Barnhart.
Every child should experience the joy of Christmas. So join Y101, the Air National Guard, the Salvation Army, and our community partner, Patty Pack Honda, for Operation Angel Tree.
Adopt a local child from the Angel Tree right now through Friday at 6 p.m. and Saturday from 9 a.m. till noon at the Walmart in Madison with Y101.
See how easy it is to make dreams come true and put a smile on a child's face.
Ho, ho, ho! Log on to Y101.com.
In the category Radio Sports Play-by-Play, third place goes to WAKH-FM. Macomb takes the lead. Credit, Adam Northam. In second place, WKOZ-FM. East Central Community College game-winning field goal. Credit goes to Philip Palmertree. And taking first place, WAKH-FM. West Lincoln's tournament buzzer beater. Credit, Adam Northam.
County Basketball Tournament B92. Enterprise leads West Lincoln 47-46. 2 seconds to go. Enterprise has the ball, but they've got to get it inbounds. Pressure everywhere from West Lincoln. Waldrop throws it long for Paul. Intercepted. Price at the goal. He makes it. He makes it. Enrico with the 2-point shot. West Lincoln wins. West Lincoln wins. 48-47. Enrico Price.
In the category radio social media, WCKK-FM takes third place for Kicks 96 Facebook. Credit, staff. Second place goes to WXRR-FM for WXRR Rock 104 Facebook page. Credit, staff. Tying for second place, WLIN-FM, Breezy News Twitter. Credit goes to staff. And in first place, WWMS-FM, Miss 98 Facebook Fans 2021. Mallory Biffle, Scott Spencer, and Kat get the credit. In the category Radio Sportscast or Sports Program, first place goes to WAKH-FM, November 3rd, 2021 Daily Sports Brief. Credit, Adam Northam.
It's Wednesday, hump day, and again, it's a busy day for sports. Let's have a look at it for Southwest Broadcasting. I'm Adam Northam. The Atlanta Braves are on top of the world. They beat the Astros 7-0 last night in Game 6 of the World Series, and we won't need a Game 7. Congrats to the Braves. A slight correction to community college basketball scores from Monday night. Okay, a major correction. As my kids would say, I done goofed. The Colin men's basketball team lost the season opener to East Mississippi 74-71. I think yesterday.
In Radio Sports Story, second place goes to JSU for In Depth with Rob J. Credit goes to Dr. Elaine Hayes Anthony and Don Spann. Taking first place is WLIN-FM, Softball State Champs again. Credit Chris Davis and Breck Riley.
That's the kind of reception you get when you win a state championship. And Kosciuszko and Neshoba Central both got it done this weekend.
We're far from perfect, but we are not going to quit. Somebody's going to have to outgrind us at the end, and nobody did.
For the Lady Whippets, it was tough with a loss in Game 1, but Games 2 and 3 were won with the leadership of the seniors, says Coach Tony Terry.
You know, they're such good leaders that they're not going to let the rest of them quit.
In the category Radio Station Promotion, third place goes to WZKX-FM, the Minneapolis 500. Credit goes to Steven Stiglitz and Ryan Swiger. In second place, WAKH-FM, Lucky Loot Promo 2021. Credit, Jacob Causey. Also in second place, WAKH-FM, Stay tuned in to Magic 104.3. Credit, Jacob Causey. And in first place, WAKH-FM. Download the free K106 app. Credit, Jacob Causey.
Out of town and missing your favorite country station? Well, take K106 with you on the go. That's right. You can find K106 on the radio dial and online. You can even take morning show host Benji and every edition of the Classifieds wherever you are. Just search K106 in the app or Google Play Store. Find us on Facebook at K106WAKH Macomb or find us online at K106.net. So if there's a hole in the bottle and you're looking for some heartache medication, you can get it anywhere you go on K106.
In the category Radio Use of Sound, third place goes to MSU Radio, Newsroom Need, How Demand Now Far Outweighs Supply for Hiring Young TV Journalists. Credit, Terry Likes. In second place, WLIN-FM, Remembering Pearl Harbor. Credit goes to Breck Riley. And in first place, WCKK-FM, Special Needs Student Accepted into MSU Access Program. Credit, Chris Davis and Melissa Boswell Townsend.
You're accepted. Your mom and I.
You're hearing Clay Kugel, a special education student at Noxapater, getting some news about his future.
For Radio Morning Show, third place goes to WWMS-FM, The Scott Show, WWMS 2021. Credit goes to Scott Spencer and Janet Spencer. Also in third place, WXRR-FM, The Rock 104 Morning Crew. Credit, Tom Colt, Brian Hicks, and John Lamar. In second place, WUSJ-FM, Nate and Tracy, WUSJ. Credit, Tracy Lee and Nate West. And in first place, WCKK-FM, BMO in the Morning. Brian BMO Montgomery and Breck Riley get the credit.
If you see BMO smiling, yeah, he's probably thinking of doing something bad. If he's laughing, he probably already has. BMO in the Morning, weekdays on Mississippi's Superstar Country, Kicks 96.
What are some of the myths that are out there about men?
We don't know how to clean or take care of ourselves, you know?
Men can't clean.
Or multitask or different things like that, you know?
I got to talk to Brother Breck about something I saw last night, and that is the cheer races at the Neshoba County Fair.
Tried to warn you.
Now, for people who haven't been, explain how this works.
Basically, it's like the starting line of a race. You know, they open the gate, and you put your chair down, and you punch old ladies. And
in Radio Personality of the Year, third place goes to Johnny O, WYOY-FM. Meredith Michelle from JSU takes second place. And first place goes to Breck Riley from WLIN-FM.
So, if we can make it work, we're going to jump in and surprise them right now. Miss Kim Mitchell's third grade reading class currently going virtual. So, hey kids, how's it going?
Great.
Oh, yeah, we can hear them. Oh. Awesome. Okay, so what do you... So what do you think about...
In Small Market Television Achievement, third place goes to WXXV, News 25's 25 teams in 25 days. Credit, Jeffrey Hager. Second place goes to WCBI for WCBI News at 5 and WCBI News at 6. Credit goes to Mary Carol Sullivan, Eric Lampkin, and Ronnie Smith. And in first place, MSU TV Center. MSU TV Center Achievement. Credit, David Garraway, James Parker, and Hal Teasler.
Oh, yeah.
In Large Market Television Achievement, second place goes to WAPT, Jackson's 16 WAPT Blitz 16 Player of the Year. Credit goes to Joe Cook, Nick Niehaus, and Brett Kenyon. And in first place, WJTV, A Mississippi Carol, Capital City Lights. Credit, Walt Grayson, Opie Cooper, and WJTV staff. In the category Small Market Television Breaking News, third place goes to WLOX, Long Beach Storm Damage. Credit, Hugh Keaton. In second place, WLOX, Highway 26 road collapse. Credit, Tristan Rupert. First place goes to WDAM, breaking news plane crash. Credit, WDAM staff.
Now with breaking news.
Good evening. A breaking news involving a tragedy in the city of Hattiesburg. 2 families grieving for their loved ones. Now investigators searching for answers on why this plane crashed into a house. We're on your side with all of today's major developments. National Transportation Safety Board is now investigating the cause of that small plane crash in Hattiesburg overnight. The plane slammed into a house in Hattiesburg, killing 4 people in all. 3 were on board the aircraft. And
also in first place, WTOK, windstorm hits area. Credit, WTOK staff.
At 5, sponsored by Meridian Community College.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us on News Center 11 Live at 5. I'm Emily Erickson.
And I'm Lindsay Hall, and it is a little bit different Live at 5 to say the least.
It's been a very hectic day.
Yeah, as you know, we've had storms throughout the area, particularly in the last hour or so. It's affected us from a technical standpoint.
Our servers are down. We cannot show you video, but what we're going to do is we're going to toss it straight to Chief Meteorologist Stephen Bowers just to see where everything is at right now.
In the category Large Market Television Breaking News, third place goes to WLBT, suspect shot following all-day standoff with authorities. Credit, Quentin Smith. In second place, WAPT, Jackson's 16 WAPT breaking news, restrictions lifted, water crisis. Credit, staff. And in first place, WJTV, Hail State, we're the champions. Credit, WJTV news staff and Zachary Mason.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Byron Brown.
And I'm Melanie Christopher. We have special coverage tonight.
That's right. Tonight we have team coverage of the College World Series from Flowood to Starkville and Omaha.
And first up, we're going to head over to Omaha, where history is being made with Mississippi State. Sports Zone 12's Noah Newman joins us from Omaha, Nebraska. We have just been so excited watching this game, Noah. I can't even imagine how it is there. Tell us more.
In the category Small Market Television Breaking Weather, third place goes to WDAM. WDAM Hurricane Ida Aftermath Midday Newscast. Credit, WDAM 7 staff. In second place, WTVA Tupelo Tornado. Credit, staff. Taking first place, WLOX for Hurricane Ida. Credit, WLOX staff.
This is WLOX News Now Weekend.
While South Mississippi and Louisiana currently reeling as Hurricane Ida slowly crawls north, leaving damaged homes, roads, and vehicles in its wake. Tornadoes that sprouted off Ida, causing damage across South Mississippi, wrecking homes from Hancock to Jackson County. We'll have more on all this and more coming up. Hurricane Ida continues its march north. Right now, we're going to go over to meteorologist.
In the category Large Market Television Breaking Weather, third place goes to WAPT, Jackson's 16 WAPT Breaking Weather March 5. Credit, staff. In second place, WAPT, Jackson's 16 WAPT Hurricane Ida. Credit, staff. Also in second place, WJTV, Dangerous Ice Storm puts Mississippi in deep freeze. Credit, WJTV Morning News Team. In first place, WLBT, Breaking Weather May 4th Tornado Coverage. Credit, staff.
We interrupt this program for a first alert weather update.
Good afternoon. I'm Chief Meteorologist Dave Roberts. Got the whole weather team here. We are covering a tornado warning for you right now. This goes until 2:45 this evening for southern Rankin County and northern Smith County. This involves about 1,000 residents. It is a radar indicated tornado. Again, from 2 cells that we were watching actually coming together here in the last few minutes. And you can see that cell right now.
In the category Small Market Television Commercial Announcement 30 seconds or less, Third place goes to WMDN, All Around Pool and Spa. Credit, Will Barksdale. In second place, WDAM, The Stanford Steakhouse. Credit, WDAM 7 Marketing. In second place, WDAM, Hellfighters USA. Credit, WDAM 7 Marketing. And in first place, WDAM, Central Avenue Auto Sales. Credit, WDAM 7 Marketing.
We're gonna save you money.
Good morning, angels.
Good morning, Charlie.
I have a mission for y'all. We've got new inventory in, get it prepped and get it sold.
Save a lot when you buy from us.
Ready, angels? We're ready.
In the category Large Market Television Commercial Announcement 30 seconds or less, third place goes to WDBD. Fox 40 presents Mississippi Black History, Willie Blue. Credit, Kayla Turner Thomas and Tyler Prince. Second place goes to WLBT, Made in Mississippi Bridal Edition. Credit, Tyler Prince. And in first place, WAPT, Jackson's 16 WAPT Strength Roofing and Siding. Credit, Brett Kenyon and Tiffany Shannon.
A good roof keeps the rain off, the wind out, the air in. And a great roof is the last one you'll ever need. For over 40 years, Strength Roofing and Siding has been Mississippi's leading commercial and residential roofing company. From shingles to metal roofs, we take care of what's over your home, so you can take care of what's inside. Because this is more than just a roof, it's a feat of strength. Strength Roofing and Siding. Call for a free inspection and estimate today.
In the category Small Market Television Commercial Announcement over 30 seconds, second place goes to WLOX for Allen Beverages. Credit, Todd Durbin and Michael Philippi. And in first place, WDAM for Hattiesburg Clinic. Credit, WDAM 7 Marketing. In the category Small Market Television Commercial Campaign, third place goes to WDAM for Pearl River Valley Electric Power. Credit, WDAM 7 Marketing. Also in third place, WLOX, Coast Mayors COVID, Hancock Whitney. Credit, Mike Commersmith. In second place, WDAM, Parish Tractor. Credit, WDAM 7 Marketing. And in first place, WDAM, Rainforest Car Wash. Credit, WDAM 7 Marketing.
At Rainforest Car Wash, we know what's truly important. That's why all of our locations are jam-packed with state-of-the-art equipment. We want you to have peace of mind when using our services. So everything we do is about being as safe and efficient as possible to keep your car looking and running great. Take advantage of our Fast Pass and get unlimited car washes every month, as well as oil change discounts, all for $9.95 a month. Let us help take care of what's important at Rainforest Car Wash. Check out one of our many locations.
In the category Large Market Television Commercial Campaign, second place goes to WAPT, Jackson's 16 WAPT, KLLM Driving Academy. Credit, Brett Kenyon, Danny Townsend, and Jeffrey Johnston. And first place goes to WAPT, Jackson's 16 WAPT, TEC Fiber Internet. Credit, Brett Kenyon.
TEC, bringing high-speed internet to more neighbors than ever. Because from work to school to health we're all connected. Anyone can change the world, and with our help, it might just be you. Sign up today for Fast Fiber Internet. TEC, bringing high-speed internet to more neighbors than ever.
In the category Small Market Television Continuing Coverage, third place goes to WLOX, Memorial Health Gulfport COVID-19. Credit, John Fitzhugh. And third place goes to WTVA, Mississippi and Abortion before the U.S. Supreme Court. Credit, Craig Ford and Alvin Ivey. Second place goes to WCBI, Tenants Face Mass Eviction. Credit, Stephen Pimpo Jr. And first place goes to WLOX, Lieutenant Butte Coverage. Credit, WLOX staff.
Straight to developing news out of Hancock County. A deputy is in critical condition tonight after being shot in the line of duty.
We've had a crew out on scene all afternoon at the home on Cesar Niquis Road where the incident took place earlier this afternoon.
Andres Fuentes joins us live tonight with the latest developments.
Yeah, Hugh, it was a very emotional, a very somber moment as law enforcement agents were investigating what led up to one of their own being shot.
In the category Large Market Television Continuing Coverage, first place goes to WLBT, Mississippi Initiative 65 Coverage. Credit, Courtney Ann Jackson.
So, Howard, it might be easy to see the headlines and think that the Supreme Court justices here are looking at whether or not medical marijuana should be legal in the state of Mississippi, but that is not the issue. Here are some of the highlights from today's oral arguments.
Totally irrelevant what this court thinks about Initiative 65 or how we voted. This is strictly before this court on a constitutional issue.
It's about signature collection.
In the category Small Market Television Documentary of Series of Stories, third place goes to MSU TV Center for The Fisher Folk. Credit, James Parker and David Garraway. Second place goes to WCBI, One Day in April. Credit, Joey Barnes, Mary Carol Sullivan, and Richard Earhart. And in first place, MSU TV Center, The Domino Effect. Credit goes to James Parker, Hal Teasler, and David Garraway.
Supply chain can mean a lot of things, but what it typically refers to is the groups of people or companies or organizations that take things from raw materials and transform them, move them from one place to another.
In the category Large Market Television Documentary of Series of Stories, first place goes to WAPT, Jackson's 16 WAPT, History and Hope. Credit, staff.
People were judged by the color of their skin, not by the content of their character.
Do you think there's been progress made?
Yes, very small steps.
I came here with $20 in my pocket. I didn't know how to say hi, and here I am. I truly believe that this country still has the potential to provide opportunities.
Fighting for a piece of the American dream, but hard work.
In the category Small Market Television Feature Story, third place goes to WCBI for Teamwork. Credit, Stephen Pimpo Jr. And in third place, WDAM, Homecoming Queen Shares Crown. Credit, Vanessa Pacheco. WTOK is also in third place with Missing Boy Found After Full Night of Searching. Credit, Ethan Bird. In second place, WXXV, Corey McGee reflects on Tokyo Games. Credit, Lorraine Weisskopf. MSU TV Center takes first place for The Shrinking Island. Credit, James Parker and David Garraway.
So in the United States, there are about 53 million older adults, those 60 and above, who live with food insecurity. That's about 7.3% of the older adult population in the United States. In Mississippi, about 11.2% of our population lives with food insecurity. So we think about older adults and what's different about older adults from the maybe generally healthy population. And accessibility is where things start to break down.
In the category Large Market Television Feature Story, third place goes to WJTV. Tim Tebow scores touchdown with birthday message for 105-year-old fan. Credit, Anna Farish and the WJTV News staff. Second place, WLBT for Curtis Flowers, The Other Side of Freedom. Credit, Maggie Wade. And in first place, WLBT, one of the youngest freedom riders, reflects on the fight for justice. Credit, Patrice Clark.
As we continue our celebration of Black History Month, tonight we shine a spotlight on Hezekiah Watkins. He was just 13 years old when he was arrested with the other freedom riders. Since then, he has spent his life fighting for equality and justice for all African Americans. Take a look.
Every jail that I was in, every beating that I got.
In the category Small Market Television General News, third place goes to WDAM. Petal Community helps woman after house fire. Credit goes to Melissa Rademacher. And in third place, WLOX for Siblings Remember Murdered Jackson County 19-year-old. Hugh Keaton gets the credit. Tying for third place, WTOK. Man saved after being trapped for hours. Credit, Janae Hancock. In second place, WCBI. Body cam video released by Tupelo Police. Credit, Allie Martin. Also in second place, WCBI. Special Bonds. Credit goes to Andrea Self. And in first place, WLOX. Teen who survived deadly Highway 26 crash recalls terrifying moments trapped in ravine. Credit goes to Allison Spann.
I saw a big hole and then I blacked out and I woke up and my mom was leaned over towards me and she was choking on her blood. She couldn't breathe or anything.
As Emily worked to sit her mother upright and stop her from choking, she could still hear the terrifying chaos happening outside her family's truck.
And I remember hearing a car coming, and then I heard a crash, and I heard
In the category Large Market Television General News, third place goes to WLBT. Husband grieves after wife, months-old son killed in Hinds County wreck. Credit, Patrice Clark. In second place, WLBT. Woman who allegedly crashed into vehicle killing a mother and her son has history of DUIs. Credit, Patrice Clark. And in first place, WAPT. Jackson's 16 WAPT Bulldog victory in Starkville. Credit, staff.
A celebration this evening in the city of Starkville. Good evening, and thanks for joining us here at 5. I'm Megan West.
And I'm Keegan Fox. Troy Johnson is in Starkville and will join us shortly. The celebration is in honor, of course, of College World Series champions, the Mississippi State Bulldogs.
Yeah, that's right. We have a full team in Starkville tonight. The champions just about to take the streets for this big victory parade. Let's begin our coverage with 16 WAPT's Joe Cook, who is on the parade route on University Drive tonight.
In the category Small Market Television High School Football Program, third place goes to WTOK, Friday night, Week 8. Credit, Shaji Adam, Sydney Wicker, and Lauren Carson. In second place, WTVA, Friday Night Fever. Credit, staff. First place goes to WLOX, Friday Night Football Show. Credit, Blake Brannon, Michael Dugan, and WLOX staff.
It's a special Halloween weekend edition of the Friday Night Football Showdown on a chilly Friday evening. So go ahead and grab a warm beverage, get comfortable, and most importantly, throw away any and all candy corn. Absolutely. We are glad you could join us here tonight. Tons of great matchups in store for you this evening.
Absolutely. Guys, gals, ghouls, always good to see, especially tonight for our spooktacular Fright Night edition. Hope you've got your hockey mask ready to go. Don't fall asleep just yet. We've got visits to George County, D'Iberville, Picayune, and much, much more straight ahead.
Straight ahead meaning right now.
Tying for first place, WDAM, WDAM 7 Game Time. Credit, Taylor Curett, Kendall Duncan, and WDAM 7 staff.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! Yes, yeah. It's game time, everybody. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you very much to the gallery in here. Playoff football, it begins. The road to the Rock begins tonight. The state championships will be in Hattiesburg. We were in Hattiesburg for our game of the week. It was Oak Grove taking on Gulfport in the 6A playoff opener. The Warriors, the defending.
In the category Large Market Television High School Football Program, first place goes to WAPT, Jackson 16 WAPT, Blitz 16, Week 8. Credit, Joe Cook and Nick Niehaus.
All right, thank you for staying up with us to watch another edition of the Blitz, Week 8 of the Blitz, and we start things off with a crucial showdown in district play.
Ridgeland and Vicksburg, a great Titan offense going up against a Gator defense who for 5 straight weeks held opponents scoreless. I didn't think that was possible. Coach Todd McDaniel rebuilding this program. 6 wins so far. They are rolling this season, and they were rolling to start this game off. Gators have the ball in the red zone. Sophomore Johnny Smith.
In the category Small Market Television Investigative Reporting, third place goes to WLOX, What's Next for Highway 26. Credit, Tristan Rupert. In second place is WLOX for Inside the ER. Credit, Chancellor Wynn. And in first place, WLOX, Falsely Accused. Man spends months in jail despite video showing he wasn't at crime scene. Credit, Allison Spann.
I was terrified the whole time, like every day, 24/7.
Arthur Jones Jr. agreed to sit down with me and recount his vivid recollections of a police encounter that nearly destroyed his life.
Majority of the time I felt like I was going to have to go to prison for this crime that I didn't commit.
In the category Large Market Television Investigative Reporting, third place goes to WJTV. Squatters hit the Jackson metro area. Credit, Jade Buleza, John Matthews, WJTV staff. Second place, WLBT. Pandemic Profits. Here's how Hinds County spent more than $1.8 million in election grant funding. Credit, CJ LeMaster and Anthony Warren. First place goes to WLBT. 3 on Your Side investigates the untold story of Crystalline Barnes. Credit, CJ LeMaster.
Since Crystalline Barnes' killing 3 years ago, our investigations exposed disturbing aspects of the case few knew about. We confirmed one of the officers who shot and killed Barnes that day also shot and killed someone else a few months earlier. We also discovered JPD withholding information about Barnes' killing nearly a year later. Tonight, we'll do our best to fill the holes in JPD's investigation with analysis, never before seen photos, and those at the center of a federal lawsuit into Barnes' death.
You have a young mother of 2 who is...
In the category Small Market Television Multimedia, third place goes to WCBI, One Day in April Photo Gallery. Credit, Emma Rose Davis and Adam Maddox. Second place goes to WLOX. This is his lifelong love. Cruisers wanted to drive past home of dying 94-year-old car enthusiast. Credit, Lindsay Knowles. WLOX takes first place with Falsely Accused. Man spends months in jail despite video showing he wasn't at crime scene. Credit, WLOX staff.
I was terrified the whole time, like every day, 24/7.
Arthur Jones Jr. agreed to sit down with me.
In the category Large Market Television Multimedia, first place, WAPT, Jackson's 16 WAPT, Street Voices. Credit, Brett Kenyon, Danny Townsend, and Kelsey Bolden.
And I'm gonna be honest, I think us teens, we don't even look at killing somebody like a murder, but that's what you are. You're a murderer.
From Jackson 16 WAPT, this is Street Voices. As the homicide count in Jackson, Mississippi continues to rise, many of those impacted find themselves at a loss as to how to solve the violent crime crisis. Among those hit hardest by violence.
In the category Small Market Television Newscast, third place goes to WDAM for WDAM 7 Sunrise at 6 a.m. Credit, Carly Gensheimer, Vanessa Pacheco, and Patrick Bigby. WDAM takes second place with WDAM 7 News Midday. Credit, Carly Gensheimer and Vanessa Pacheco. And in first place, WLOX, Midday Newscast. Credit, WLOX staff.
This is the news for South Mississippi. WLOX, News Now at midday.
Caught on camera, lightning strikes at the port of Gulfport as overnight severe weather roared across the coast. South Mississippians now dealing with rising water and flooding issues. We have teams live in the most impacted areas as more rain approaches in the coming days. Our newsroom phones have really been...
In the category Large Market Television Newscast, third place goes to WAPT, Jackson's 16 WAPT News, 6:30 a.m. newscast, December 1st, 2021. In second place, WLBT, WLBT News at 6 a.m. Credit, staff. WLBT takes first place with May tornado aftermath coverage. Credit, staff.
Residents in North Jackson continue the cleanup from yesterday's tornado. I'll have their story coming up.
And some Hinds County residents are concerned about a lack of public safe rooms in the county. We'll tell you what one supervisor wants to do about it.
And the National Weather Service has confirmed the first tornado from yesterday's storms and still is surveying damage. The latest information coming up.
In the category Small Market Television News Videographer, first place goes to James Parker from MSU TV Center.
It's 1,000 cows and more. And so the smaller farms, the 100 and less, or fewer cows, are really not able to stay in business because of this, because the price fluctuations and as well as the costs.
Farms disappearing in the southeast means that our infrastructure is at risk. Dairy suppliers are not as numerous as they once were, so.
In the category Small Market Television Public Affairs Program, third place goes to WMDN, Meridian Democratic Mayoral Debate. Credit, Virgil Reed. In second place, WTOK, 2021 Meridian Mayoral Forum. Credit goes to Spencer Murray and WTOK staff. And in first place, WTOK, 2021 Black History Month Special, Pride and Progress. Credit, Intezar Faulkner and WTOK staff.
Celebrating and honoring our ancestors and opening the doors for our future. Black history is American history. This is Pride and Progress, a Black History Month special showcasing the victories being made in Mississippi and Alabama.
Thanks for joining us this evening and celebrating Black History Month 2021. I'm Intezar Faulkner.
And I'm Travis Pettis.
Black history is American history.
In the category Large Market Television Public Affairs Program, first place goes to WAPT, Jackson's 16 WAPT, Mississippi Matters, Metro Growth. Credit, Aaron Pickens, Brett Kenyon, and Regina Thomas.
Thanks for joining us again this week. I'm Aaron Pickens, and this is Mississippi Matters. Tonight, my guest and I will be discussing a success story that hasn't gotten a lot of attention and is happening right here in the metro. While business is hurting across the country and population is dropping across our state, our Jackson metro area is experiencing something else: solid, unwavering growth. Take a look at the results from our latest census. Where state population fell, the greater metro area grew by 2%. If you look at just Hinds, Madison, and Rankin counties, that number jumps to over 5.
In the category Small Market Television Public Service Announcement, third place goes to WMDN for Redirect the Check. Credit, Will Barksdale. WMDN takes second place with Shop Local Makes Sense. Credit goes to Tim Garrett. And winning first place, MSU TV Center for Purgatory. Credit, David Garraway, James Parker, and Jacob Breitenbach.
So what are you here for?
I got hit by a car. You?
Try to bike through a crosswalk.
In the category Large Market Television Public Service Announcement, third place goes to WLBT, Bridging the Great Health Divide PSAs. Credit, Tyler Prince and Kayla Turner Thomas. WAPT takes second place, Jackson's 16 WAPT, COVID Doesn't Care PSA. Credit, Brett Kenyon and Eula Forte. And in first place, WAPT, Jackson's 16 WAPT, Street Voices PSA. Credit goes to Brett Kenyon.
I just heard, it was on the next street, and you just heard gunshots just go off.
Most of these kids grow up and be violent because their parents were like that when they were younger.
If you ain't giving life, you can't take it, and only God give life.
Jackson is a place where I call home, where I love to be.
You don't have to kill, shoot, fight. Just walk away from it. It ain't worth it. It's really not.
Maybe my words can help other people.
It gives me hope that everything could change in Jackson. Everything could be peaceful. People could love each other.
In the category Small Market Television Social Media, third place goes to WDAM for WDAM 7 Facebook. Credit, WDAM 7 staff. In second place is WCBI, WCBI TV, Facebook, and Twitter. Credit, Emma Rose Davis. And in first place, WTOK, WTOK Station Facebook page. Credit, WTOK staff. In Large Market Television Social Media, second place goes to WAPT, Jackson's 16 WAPT, WAPT Facebook. Credit goes to Angela Williams and staff. And in first place, WAPT, Jackson's 16 WAPT, WAPT Instagram. Credit, Angela Williams and staff. In the category Small Market Television Special Report, third place goes to WLOX, Mississippi Tests. Credit goes to WLOX staff. WTOK in third place with 3 Foot Hotel Special. Credit goes to Spencer Murray and WTOK staff. In second place is WLOX, Family Speaks Out After Mother, Infant, Killed in Act of Domestic Violence. Credit, Allison Spann. And in first place is MSU TV Center, Isolated on the Farm. Credit, James Parker and David Garraway.
When I started farming
Jenkins Farm consisted of 1,000 acres, which was purchased by my dad in the 40s and 50s. My family has grown it to about 2,000 acres, and we mainly grow soybeans and corn in a rotation.
Also in first place, WXXV, Down Syndrome Awareness Month. Credit, Lorraine Weisskopf.
I don't know that he really knows that he's different.
There's never a dull moment for Spencer Watts and his family as the little ball of energy loves to play with his trucks and explore.
He has just the basic Down syndrome T21. Luckily, no heart issues, just a stomach issue that they fixed at 10 days old, and he's been happy and healthy.
His mother, Brittany, says his presence lights up any room, just like he did to their family.
In the category Large Market Television Special Report, third place goes to WLBT. 3 on Your Side investigates the story of our parks. Credit, Howard Ballou and Jerome Deloach. In second place, WAPT, Jackson's 16 WAPT, Stennis Space Series. Credit, Lamonte Brown, Troy Johnson, and staff. And in first place, WLBT, Black History Month, the Tougaloo 9 try integrating local library through Read-In. Quentin Smith gets the credit.
In honor of Black History Month, we are shining a spotlight on the Tougaloo 9. In 1961, they put their lives on the line trying to integrate a local library in the segregated South. 3 on Your Side's Quentin Smith has that story.
You're currently looking at the old Jackson Municipal Library. It currently sits empty and its doors are closed. But outside of the very building that would not allow 9 Tougaloo College students inside due to the color of their skin.
In the category Small Market Television Sports Story, WCBI takes third place with pro bowler Jeffrey Simmons on his inspiration. Credit, John Sokoloff. WDAM is in third place with Lady Warriors a shoe-in for state championship. Taylor Curate gets the credit. In second place, WCBI for the Candyman. Credit, Courtney Robb. Also in second place, WLOX, Sarah Thomas Super Bowl. Credit goes to Blake Brannon. WTOK is in second place for Clarkdale Pee Wee Superstar. Credit, Sydney Wicker. And in second place, WXXV, Long Beach Kicking Queen. Credit, Jeffrey Hager. And taking first place, WTOK. Credit, Sydney Wicker.
Just the best way to support our dogs. No other way to go to a football game than to stand shirtless in the cold and yell.
They're known as the rowdiest group on campus. The Hale State Paint-Up Squad rings their cowbells and cheers in the front row of every home game in Davis Wade Stadium. They sit in the north end zone, and they're always in the front, and they're always the first in the stadium.
Originally, we had to go so we could get the front row seats, but now actually we have it reserved, but out of tradition.
In the category Large Market Television Sports Story, second place goes to WAPT, Jackson's 16 WAPT, Greenville Academy. Credit, Marcus Hunter. And in first place, WLBT, Small Giants, Greenville Christians rise to the top. Credit, Lauren Hoffman and Carlos Sanders.
Going into the fall, we were pretty low on numbers. We're kind of standing around scratching our heads trying to figure out how we were going to play 11-man football.
One day we was thinking about we weren't going to be able to play. Then next day it was 13, 14 rolling in, then came to 20.
During this pandemic, Mississippi had some of the highest numbers of COVID-19 cases per capita. Because of that, a lot of schools decided to delay or cancel the 2020 fall football season. That would be a blessing in disguise.
In the category Small Market Television Station Promos, third place goes to WDAM. WDAM 7 First Alert Weather, Hurricane Ida. Credit, WDAM 7 Marketing. And in third place, WMDN for We Believe. Credit, Will Barksdale. Also in third place is WTOK, Community Unity. Credit, WTOK staff. WCBI is in second place with Happy Holidays from WCBI TV. Credit goes to Mary Carol Sullivan, Emma Rose Davis, and Richard Earhart. Also in second place, WLOX, WLOX station promo. Leah Mays, Mike Comersmith, and Rob Hebert get the credit. And in first place, WTVA, Friday Night Fever. Credit, staff.
Mr. St. Jean, Mr. St. Jean, do you need help? I just want to let you know, I think you're the best ever.
Sure, kid.
Do you want my drink? It's okay, you can have it. See you around.
Hey, kid. Catch.
Thanks, Matt.
Sponsored by Wade Incorporated and Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
In the category Large Market Television Station Promos, third place goes to WDBD for 9 p.m. News Chemistry. Credit, David Brettheim. WLBT is in second place for Hurricane Ida Aftermath Continuing Coverage. Kayla Turner Thomas gets the credit. And in first place, WAPT, Jackson's 16 WAPT 2021 promotional campaign. Credit goes to Brett Kenyon, Jeffrey Johnston, and Danny Townsend.
Once upon a time, it was just you against the world. Then life worked its magic and that you became us. And suddenly, the world looked a lot different. You started caring about things you'd never really worried about before. Things like schools, safety, balance. Because now, this wasn't just a place you lived. Now, this was home. At times, it can be a heavy weight to carry, but with the right...
Also in first place, WLBT, Special Report, The Other Side of Freedom. Credit goes to Alexa Timms.
I sympathize with them, and I hope they find the right person, but Curtis is not the guy.
This Thursday, a WLBT exclusive.
He's one of only 2 people that have ever been tried 6 times in this country.
Released from death row, Curtis Flowers shares his story for the first time.
You've never been in trouble. Tell me what it was like to have someone come to you and say you're being charged not with 1 murder, but 4.
It felt like an out-of-body experience for someone to just say, oh yeah, Curtis did.
In the category Small Market Television Public Service Award, second place goes to WMDN for Golden Apple Awards Ceremony. Credit, Virgil Reed. And WTOK takes first place with Toy-Thon. Credit, Jackie Harms and the WTOK staff.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us for a special edition of WTOK.
In the category Large Market Television Public Service Award, first place goes to WAPT, Jackson 16 WAPT, Jackson Water Drive, 2021. Credit, staff.
Viewing area is at risk of freezing rain, sleet, and snow. Really an unprecedented situation. So this is a bad ice storm, one of the worst we've had probably in close to 30 years here in central Mississippi.
This is a round-the-clock effort to make sure that the bridges and overpasses here are not covered in ice.
This bridge will be completely closed off.
Is it getting worse?
Yes.
What are you guys seeing?
For Small Market Television Rookie of the Year, third place goes to Brian Winters from WXXV. Will Polston from WDAM takes second place. And earning first place is Sydney Wicker, WTOK.
Welcome back from the break. I'm Sydney Wicker, live out here on Beale Street, where Mississippi State is getting ready to take on Texas Tech tomorrow. Pop the champagne. The Braves are heading to the World Series. They beat the Dodgers last night in Game 6 of the NLCS 4-2. It was a 3-run homer in the fourth from Eddie Rosario that gave the Braves the lead. Rosario was named the NLCS MVP after the game. Now, let's be honest, most fans had no idea the Braves would even.
In the category Large Market Television Rookie of the Year, first place goes to Christopher Pipkin from WAPT.
Semi-trucks pass through, which is unfortunate because we're seeing winds anywhere from 60, 70, 80 mile per hour wind gust. And again, when you get these cars across this bridge, I mean, it's not making for a good situation. There's no trees to slow down the winds. I mean, you can see the whitecaps over there on Lake Pontchartrain, and you can, I've been seeing a few birds trying to escape this thing too, but they just keep getting drugged down into the water. I actually saw that a second ago. I mean, really is starting to pick up down there into the state of Louisiana. And of course, we're going to start to see conditions here.
In the category Small Market Television Reporter, third place goes to Stephanie Poole from WCBI. In second place, Melissa Rademacher from WDAM. Jasmine Lotz from WLOX is also in second place. And in first place, Hugh Keaton, WLOX.
Earlier tonight, we experienced wind gusts as high as 60 miles per hour here on the coast, and a lot of sand has been blown off the beach onto Highway 90. Take a look here at the edge of the road. This sand is covering many areas. You hear the words Brothers in Blue. Well, just look around me here and you will see what Brothers in Blue is all about. This is a procession that will continue on Highway 90 on the way to the Biloxi National Cemetery, where Lieutenant Butte will be laid to rest. Well, certainly COVID-19 is impacting.
In the category Large Market Television Reporter, second place goes to Ross Adams, WAPT. And in first place, Courtney Ann Jackson, WLBT.
Maggie, I'll start with the number 6. That's the number of ICU beds that were available in the state of Mississippi this morning. That's across the whole state, just 6 ICU beds. And this is not just about COVID-19. This applies to you and your family if you have a car wreck, a heart attack. Hospitals want to be able to take care of you, but as the UMMC doctors explained today, that's getting harder to do. Pro-life groups want the decision-making surrounding abortion to return to the states, not the federal government.
For Small Market Television Sports Anchor, second place goes to Courtney Robb from WCBI. Also in second place, Blake Brannon from WLOX. And finishing first, Jeffrey Hager, WXXV.
News 25 Saints Report. Sponsored by Bay Pest Control.
Almost a Halloween horror movie for the New Orleans Saints, who almost blew a double-digit lead for their second straight home game. But when push came to shove, it was Tom Brady and the defending Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers who got spooked. The black and gold scored 16 of their 36 points off 3 turnovers by the 7-time Super Bowl champion, including a drop-the-mic pick 6 by PJ.
In the category Large Market Television Sports Anchor, Joe Cook from WAPT takes first place.
Ole Miss takes game 2 of the series 9-0 over Mississippi State thanks to a career day from the starting pitcher Doug Nikhazy of the Rebels. Check out this stat line, folks. 12 strikeouts, 2 walks, a complete game, and 1 hit allowed. What a moment for Eli Manning and his family as they saw his number 10 go up and be officially retired in Ole Miss football.
Next up is Small Market Television Weather Anchor. And in third place, Wesley Williams, WLOX. In second place, Eric Johnson, WLOX. And from WTVA, first place goes to Matt Laubin.
Tornado debris signature here. This is a tornado currently on the ground doing damage along the Lee-Pontotoc County line, moving toward the north and east. So we are at a time here where I can't do anything but ask you and beg you to take your tornado safety rules seriously. Lowest floor of a sturdy structure. I'm going to move my track down here so it fits on the same screen as my tornado safety rules, so we kind of get it all on here for a moment. But we're now with the 4 minutes there and Tupelo.
In the category Large Market Television Weather Anchor, first place goes to David Hartman from WAPT.
And that is tomorrow. Boy, time just flies, doesn't it? 80 today. 51 was the low, and the record 85 today. So not record high territory. Look here, over the last 10 years, hitting 80 in November is not unusual. In fact, we do it more times than not. 2018, 2019, the last 2 years that we did not do it, but last year we were at 81. 72, we got a balmy southerly breeze, which is going to blow all night.
In the category Small Market Television News Anchor, third place goes to Tom Williams from WTOK. In second place, Hugh Keaton, WLOX. And Allison Spann from WLOX takes first place.
This is WLOX, News Now at 6. Your news starts right now.
Today, a major day for many cities across South Mississippi as voters take to the polls for this primary election, deciding who will lead their cities for the coming years. And ahead of Hurricane Ida, local governments are taking action to make sure residents will be safe when Ida does make landfall. Hancock County issuing a mandatory evacuation for certain low-lying areas just this afternoon.
That's because it's the holiday season.
In the category Large Market Television News Anchor, first place goes to Megan West from WAPT.
Now on 16 WAPT News, a fire claims the life of a young Jackson woman. A Madison daycare worker faces charges of abuse, and Jackson breaks ground on a major water project. New tonight, a fire destroys a capital city home, killing one person inside. Neighbors and eyewitnesses now sharing their accounts of the blaze. And a mother finds bruises on her daughter's face and begins an investigation. Her shocking discovery and the charges a daycare worker now.
Also in first place, also from WAPT, Keegan Fox.
Coming into our newsroom tonight, a suspected arsonist attacks a firefighter in Rankin County. The metro buckles down for the potential of severe weather, and Jackson State celebrates their December graduations. New tonight, a man assaults a firefighter while his grandfather's house burns. The suspect now accused of setting the blaze himself. The man now in custody, and the narrow escape for the people inside. Plus, emergency management preparing for weekend storms, what they're doing to get ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the front of the room for our special awards presentations.
Good evening. This is a nice looking crowd tonight. My name is Emily Wagster Pettis. I'm a reporter for the Associated Press here in Jackson. My bureau chief, Adam Yeomans, who is based in Nashville, sends his regrets. He was unable to be here tonight. His daughter is in a theater production in Belmont University. The Associated Press would like to thank Amanda Fontaine, Derek Rogers, the board of the Mississippi Association of Broadcasters, for allowing us to participate in this important event honoring the best work from the state's TV and radio stations. The Associated Press has had one mission since it was created more than 175 years ago. That is to inform the world of the biggest news of the day, providing fast, accurate reporting from across the world. Today, AP operates 280 news bureaus in 110 countries and fights aggressively to keep the public's business open and accessible. The AP pursues legal actions on its own or joins coalitions of media organizations to preserve access to legal proceedings and access to government documents. The Freedom of Information Award, sponsored by the Associated Press, recognizes the best work by a Mississippi broadcaster in the fight for the public's right to know what's happening from city halls to the state capitol. This is the second year we have conducted the FOI Awards with the Mississippi Association of Broadcasters. This year, we have a repeat winner. The FOI Award goes to WLBT and CJ LeMaster.
We first told you weeks ago about a Jackson City employee under investigation for possible embezzlement. Well, tonight we're going inside what led to that investigation, the company at the center of it all, and how more than $1 million of your tax dollars flowed with little resistance from your elected leaders. Investigative reporter CJ LeMaster joins us with what he's learned.
That's right. Thank you very much, Howard. Well, 3 on Your Side dug through 18 months of Jackson City Council meetings to find the paper trail we're sharing with you tonight.
Hi, everyone. I'm Tammy Phillips with Community Bank, and I'm honored tonight to be able to present the Public Education Partnership Excellence Award by radio. And that goes to Coast Radio Group. Congratulations.
Good evening. My name is Iveta Imre. I'm a broadcast professor at the University of Mississippi School of Journalism and New Media, one of the sponsors of this event tonight. And it's my honor to present the award for Public Education Partnership Excellence in Television. And the award goes to WCBI. Congratulations.
Good evening. Everybody having a good time? Hello. I'm Kenny Wyndham, and I'm now occupying, I think, the first ever or whatever position of historian for the Mississippi Association of Broadcasters. It's his fault, and it's her fault. I think there are several requirements to occupy that position. Age. Thank you, Tim. Your day is coming. And I know there's a lot of you in the room that are probably nipping at my heels. Randy Bell, where's the great Randy Bell? Yeah, the great Randy Bell, he tried to do it, but he couldn't do it. But, you know, he went and retired right behind me, but he keeps popping up again. Howard, relax. It's going to be all right. I'm not going to do this forever. But, you know, as historian, I hadn't figured out what I'm supposed to do, but I know one thing. This night will go down in history, right? Amen. Congratulations, Amanda and your team. Derek, you get the honors because you happen to be the chairman, so that's good. Payback. But I am here to present some very, very important awards. The Lifetime Achievement Awards for both radio and television, which there's a lot of people in this room who could easily tonight qualify for that award, I'm sure, and you will someday. Everything I've seen tonight is very, very inspiring to see the great work that's being done in our industry. But tonight, the Mississippi Association of Broadcasters Radio Lifetime Achievement Award recipient for 2022 is John Morgan Dowdy. John, I've got some things to say. John's radio career started when he was in the 9th grade after his parents, Charles and Alice Dowdy, bought WROA and moved to Gulfport from Georgia. Morgan, as time progressed, worked many positions from DJ to programming, sales, engineering, management, and ultimately ownership over his 60-year career. He might have me beat. Morgan always felt the strength of local radio was its ability to serve the public during good times and bad. His company worked tirelessly during Hurricane Camille to help restore the Gulf Coast, even though WROA was destroyed. After Katrina, Morgan opened the station to businesses and to the public to broadcast their needs as they searched for loved ones and asked for assistance in a very difficult time. Today, Morgan's stations include WROA, WGCM, AM and FM, WZKX, FM, and WZNF, comprising the Coast Radio Group. In Tupelo, the Mississippi Radio Group includes WSYE-FM, WWMS-FM, WZLQ-FM, and WELO-AM and FM. Morgan also operates stations in Georgia, Arkansas, and Louisiana, totaling 24 altogether. His legacy as a leader in Mississippi radio is best shown in the family-type workplace he's created and maintained. His daughter, Lisa Stiglitz, who's with us here tonight, manages Coast Radio Group and is in the ownership process at this moment. Morgan's grandson, Stephen, who's here, and Ben Stiglitz are also employed in the business. Tonight, it is the high honor of the MAB to present John Morgan Dowdy with the 2022 Lifetime Achievement Award. Morgan is unable to be with us tonight and sends his sincere thanks. Accepting on his behalf is his daughter, Lisa Stiglitz, and his grandson, Stephen. And Lisa, there you are. I think she wants to say a few things.
Stephen's going to talk. She's a little timid, so I'm going to talk. Mr. Wyndham took my thunder with the history of my grandfather, but he got into the business, I believe, in 1959, and has truly devoted his life to radio. And I can recall being in first grade and my teacher asking me, what would you like to be when you grow up? And my answer would always be, I want to be just like the $1 million radio man, my grandfather, Morgan Dowdy. So it is our great honor to accept this reward on his behalf, and we're absolutely honored for that, and thank you all.
He's a tall boy. Okay, our second award, the Mississippi Association of Broadcasters Television Lifetime Achievement Award for 2022 is Edward St. Pé. Edward grew up in South Louisiana and attended Southeastern Louisiana University. He was soon ready for a career and headed for New York, where he landed at NBC, and that became the beginning of his TV career. He later married and felt the pull back to the South and was hired by WLBT as a delivery boy, and also wrote for the kids' show as Cowboy Bill. Were you Cowboy Bill, Edward? You were Cowboy Bill. Yeah, I can tell by the polka dot shirt, the jacket. And from there, he moved up to TV weather and moved on to Shreveport and soon on down to Channel 9 in Baton Rouge. Edward's next venture led him to Yazoo City, where he bought WJNS and started the Weather Radio Network, and eventually bought WJXN in Jackson. Most are familiar with the large dish that appeared at the studios on I-55, which was the beginning of the National Weather Network for television. One of Edward's first clients was a television network. They wanted an uplink of Hillary Clinton, whose husband Bill was running for president. Who would have known? And so it began. Edward enjoyed television and moved to Ocean Springs, where he bought and created Ocean 7 Television. So Edward's now in the television business as an owner in Ocean Springs, while the uplink continues here in Jackson. Edward offers sincere appreciation. Edward, I'll let you say that if you want to. Where are you? Come on, I know you want to get right in the middle of this. Accepting is Edward St. Pé. Come on up.
Well, I'd like to say thank you. I've made a career in Mississippi for all these years, and it's Channel 3, you know, my family from the very beginning. I can remember the moment I had applied to WLBT from New York where I was a page at NBC, and I wanted to come back to the South, and I applied to WLBT and other stations in the South, and WLBT hired me. And so when we moved back, after a little delay, I got a call from Joyce Hughes, who was the human resources person. There was an opening, and it was a delivery boy. And so I came in and interviewed for it. I got the job, and I was the delivery boy, but they also let me write for the kids show. So I wrote Cowboy Bill. Cowboy Bill. And so I got on the air, and Mr. Dilday and Bert Case and all of the giants of Mississippi broadcasting, I had a chance to meet them, know them, and they gave me a chance, and so I'm eternally grateful. So anyway, that's all I've really got to say, but thank you so much. I love Mississippi, and thanks very much. Thank you. Yeah, thank
you. All right, it's a wrap. Come on, Mag. Oh, you know, and I have to say, Maggie and I started working together at WLBT in 1929, I think it was. It feels like it. Come on, Maggie.
Okay, so I learned in college, never drink alone. Y'all have some champagne. I have the honor of doing a toast. But Derek, you know me, I have to expand it a little bit. I have two toasts. I don't know if y'all realize that the Mississippi Broadcasters Association is actually in their 81st year. And y'all don't know how special that tonight is, the second night of this event in our state. This association almost went away. And if not for four gentlemen, and you have to stand as I call your name, and those would be Tim Walker, Kenny Wyndham, Dennis Warren, Derek Rogers. If not for their heart and soul and hard work, this association would have gone away. So the first part of our toast is to toast these guys, and also for their wisdom to hire Amanda Fontaine, who happens to be the light, not just from the highlights of her hair, but I'm telling you, she lights from her heart. She is the most dynamic woman I have ever known in my entire career. She makes me tired. And then the second part of our toast is to each of you in this room, because everyone in this room is a winner. And you're a winner because you believe in this association. And we are only as good as the network in which we keep ourselves. And I think that this is the most beloved and greatest network I could ever be a member of. I am proud to be an associate of yours. So, cheers. Okay, now I have to quit drinking so I can do this. All right, I have the honor of presenting Radio Station of the Year and Television Station of the Year. These awards are sponsored by my firm and Frontier Strategies, which most of you know I am the media department for Frontier Strategies. So, the Radio Station of the Year would be WYOY Radio.
Every child should experience the joy of Christmas. So join Y101, the Air National Guard, the Salvation Army, and our community partner, Patty Pack Honda, for Operation Angel Tree.
Adopt a local child from the Angel Tree right now through Friday at 6 p.m. and Saturday from 9 a.m. till noon at the Walmart in Madison with Y101.
See how easy it is to make dreams come true and put a smile on a child's face.
Ho, ho, ho! Log on to Y101.com.
Television Station of the Year is WLOX Television.
This is WLOX.
The issue of whether or not unions will extend their contract with the Pascagoula shipyard will now go to a revote in December.
This comes after thousands of employees at Ingalls cast their votes today.
King pleading guilty to one count of wire fraud, a federal felony that could carry up to 5 years behind bars.
Good morning, Mississippi. Happy to have you waking up with us on this Monday. It is a back to school type of week for so many students.
Straight to developing news out of Hancock County.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Elaine Anthony, the chair of the Department of Journalism and Media Studies at Jackson State University. And to help me to present this award is my dean, Dr. K.B. Turner, who has just joined us recently at Jackson State University. So now, without further ado, I would like to present the Television Station of the Year Award for the large market to
WAPT.
Jackson's 16 WAPT News. From the res to the Capitol.
From Madison to the mighty Mississippi.
It's all Jackson. It's all home. We need her.
And she needs us. Sure, she's got her challenges.
But we've also got pride. We believe that this one-of-a-kind city
in this one-of-a-kind state
is a home worth fighting for.
That's why we're here.
Connecting you to it all. We're Jackson's 16 WAPT News, the one to watch.
Congratulations to everybody. See you next year. We
Bye-bye.
hope you had a great time.